me show you.
Come on, baby.
On the prowl.
Oh, damn.
Let me show you the way.
That's what you said. Oh my god, freaking crap, dude. Huh? Gotta kill him here, dude. Gotta do it, boys. I flashed so early because, oh shit, my build was around. I want to keep that thing on him slow. I think instead of TP, we just go for Lux here.
Instinct guides my steps.
Oh, dude. The pressure. Alright, what's up guys? So, I kind of want to talk about why I haven't really been posting content. And there's a few reasons for that. The first reason I think is I've kind of been deciding where I want to go with League content as far as like what I want to do. I've been kind of thinking for a few days and just kind of assessing the situation. And secondly, I think the game has kind of become stale from a streaming aspect because the thing is that a lot of these games are over in like 10 minutes. Like, for example, I just played a game. It was my second or third game of the day, I think. And my mid lane was getting dumped on. I was winning lane, like I solo killed my lane. But my mid like died 4 times in lane, lost first blood tower. My bot lane was getting dumped on. My jungle was an autofill jungler playing like Scion jungle. And even though it was gold, like it was like gold plat or whatever, I knew the game was over. Like as soon as we lost that first blood tower, pretty much I knew the game was over. And at that point, the content becomes really stale to stream. Like there's really no point of streaming that content. Maybe. Oh, I can't stop auto. Oh, let's go, dude. That was spicy as hell. That was some good content right there. But basically, the content just becomes stale, you guys. Like streaming, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm talking about, but streaming League, when the game is clearly over, it's just not good content. Like, people may think so, but it's just not. Like, that's why I don't watch League streams, because you can't get good content out of League streams, because you can't move past lost games. Like, that's the problem with the game. So for me, streaming has gone really, it's kind of gone really boring after, like, I don't know, it happened a long time ago where I really got bored of streaming the game. And it gets pretty much depressing because you're literally sitting there and you're trying to explain to people like why the game's over. Like you're just trying to sit there and explain why you can't win. And hopefully we can get out of here. And then it's like they don't know because they're like gold and stuff. But or like bronze or whatever. I don't know who I don't know who my audience is, honestly, when I stream. I don't know. What's your guys' elo? Say your elo in the comment section. Not that it really matters, but like I remember, right, when I was learning the game, I didn't know anything about the game at all. Like I knew nothing. I would just run around and just play the game, right? But like now I understand so much more about the game, and like part of what the game, part of like, I honestly think the game's trying to word this in a way that you guys would understand, like everyone would understand, even like the low elo players. But basically, like a lot of the game is like the early level, these guys said. Oh damn, I don't jump. Like, right now I'm setting myself up pretty well to carry this, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue, unless like this actually happened last game. Like I was doing pretty well, and then my mid lane just starts running it down. It wasn't this good. Like I wasn't playing this good last game, but I was doing pretty well. And then my lanes just start getting crapped on. Like I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know. I can't remember the last time I watched a League stream, dude. Like I find League streams so damn boring. Like there's not a lot of streaming content I find actually entertaining anymore. But definitely not League streams. Like I don't think I've watched a League stream for like years, dude. I actually really never watched League streams, to be honest, but that's a whole nother topic in general. I'll watch highlights of players, but I will never watch League streams, like, ever, because it's just, the content is just so boring. But you know what actually might be fun is me and Young Reezy are gonna duo queue. He said he's getting a computer, and I think duo queuing with Young Reezy would actually be pretty fun. Cause like, okay, I was watching. Okay, Heisendog's my boy, right? Like, he's always been nice to me and stuff. But like, he's building up a following. Like, he's got like 2.5K viewers, right? And I just checked his stream out the other day. I know I said I haven't watched League streams, but I was checking out for like 5 minutes. It wasn't really like I was seriously watching it, because I was like, holy shit, he's running on like 2,500 viewers. He was duo queuing with Valkyrin, and like their commentary, like the way they talk to each other and stuff, it's so like, it's like fake nice almost. It's like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, okay, I like Heisendong, right? Like, I like him. I don't want to like piss him off or anything, but it's just that I feel like he's being that way because the community forced him to be that way. Like, I don't think people are necessarily that way. Like, they don't think the way, like, I want to understand how people are thinking, right? Like, with their commentary and stuff. And, like, when I'm watching, like, Heisendong and, like, Valkyrie play, like, duo queue, it was interesting, like, some of the stuff they were talking about, but in general, like, you could tell they would filter everything they were thinking very hard. Like, the filter would be real. Like, hard filter. I don't mind if someone filters a bit, but like, I want to kind of get the actual person, you know, when I'm watching them play. Like, that's why I kind of like watching Boxer Pete, but I kind of can't really watch him either, because he posts full gameplays, and like, I don't got time for that shit. Like, I have no time for full gameplays, right? Like, I do appreciate Boxer Pete's honesty in some situations, but he actually does. He does this thing too, where like, he'll say things are like good, and you know that he thinks they're bad, right? Like, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm laning a something, it's pretty good," like, and you know that he knows in his head he's just gonna crap all over it. Like, so it's kind of this fake personality that everyone has adopted in the League scene, and it's like, I can't be a part of that. Like, I can't watch it. So I don't know. I'm not even like, I like Heisendong, like I said. I like him. I don't want to piss him off, and I don't think it's his fault. I think it's the League community's fault, because everyone is just full fake. Like, okay, the game I had earlier, right? Like, I was winning my lane 1v1. I was the only lane that won, right? And my Aurelian Soul, who ended up like 1-5 or something, he was saying to report me because I went AFK. Like, he was saying, this is why I can't play League anymore, or something like that. When he's like, he lost First Blood Tower 1v1. He got killed 1v1 in lane, like, multiple times. And, he's literally saying how I'm the reason why he can't play League anymore, when I was literally the only one who did well, like, my last game. So it's like, I think the community just, there's some level of intelligence or realness or something that they're lacking, because it's just like, I don't get how people can be this dumb. Because it's like, how do you not process the information that, like, okay, you lost 1v1. Oh, and then the funniest thing too, I was like, oh, I'm smurfing. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm smurfing too, by the way, but I'm just trying a new champ. That was his excuse. I'm trying a new champ. That's why I died 1v1 multiple times in lane and lost my first blood tower, because he's trying a new champ, as if that's relevant to anything. Like, I don't know. Like, when I say I'm smurfing, right, it's only to build confidence in my team. I'm just like, I just want to build their confidence. And oh, that was a good jump. That was like max range jump. Ooh, that was spicy. That was a good jump though. Holy crap! I want to go back to that actually. Like, another thing, you guys, too, is I don't want my channel to be focused on negativity, right? Like, negativity is just like bad. If it's just like blind negativity, or like if the channel's centered around negativity, I don't want that, because the point, you guys, of like gameplays and stuff is to like see what I'm doing well and then like try to do that better, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, especially when I'm analyzing my own plays and my own gameplay, I don't want to be focused on the negative like situations. But and the only reason I'm talking about my last game is because I think it's kind of interesting to talk about. Like, I don't want to dwell on my last games, because obviously you don't want to dwell on anything in League. Like, you want to be able to like move past everything in League, but it's important to kind of understand negativity, not dwell on it, but just like understand why people are negative. Like why my Aurelian Soul, who was feeding that last game, was saying I need to get reported. Just stuff like that. So, 'cause that does happen a lot. Like, there's a lot of people that feel that way. And I would actually probably get banned on last game, even though if I'm the only lane that won, right? I could potentially get banned off of that game, even though I'm the only lane that won and everyone else is feeding, like, and failing. Like, Aurelian Soul's borderline inting. Like, he died, like, I don't know, a bunch of times in lane. 1v1. Yeah, he's saying I should get banned, like. So that kind of negativity right there, it's important just to kind of like be able to understand it and then like move past it, I guess. If that makes sense. This is kind of why I like not streaming too, because I can kind of think about all this stuff and then process it a lot better, rather than just sitting there just going. Like, I don't mind going like ham when I'm streaming. Like, that's how you gotta do it. Like, you gotta just go ham, but you get stuck in these situations where you're losing and you're on a losing team and they suck, and there's literally nothing you can do streaming wise. Like, you can't talk about the game. There's nothing to talk about. The only thing to say is my team sucks, like over and over and over. Because you can't leave the game, so you're just stuck in this like negative situation and you can't get out of it. It's like, I don't know if you guys have ever been in that situation. Like, for example, okay, when I was in high school, I transferred schools a lot, which really sucked, because like I was thinking about this too the other day. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had to change schools. Like, I had to do it. I was literally in a preschool, right? And I was thinking about this. It's like preschool to kindergarten, not a big deal, right? You would think, but it's still kind of a big deal because people start forming their relationships at like a. Okay, one sec. I don't remember where I was going with this, because oh my god, I think I lost my train of thought. Okay, let me try to regain my train of thought here. Okay, I had a point. I'm gonna try to talk about it, and then I'll see if I can finish it off. Okay, basically, I was thinking about this. Like, when I was in preschool, I went to a preschool in like California, right? And then my parents moved, and then I had to go to a different kindergarten. And remember, I hated that kindergarten. Like, it sucked. I knew it. No! That was so close. I was thinking about the Vi, like, I was thinking about the trimmer's behavior too, and it just totally, like, I had to think about it for a while. It just totally ruined my train of thought. I had to change schools a lot, right? Like, I changed school from preschool to kindergarten, not a big deal. Then from kindergarten, I went to a new school district. And then up till 6th grade, I was in that school district. I made a lot of friends, right? Like, I was having a good time. And then I had to change schools again in high school, right? Or in junior high. which completely sucked. Like, that was completely sucky for me, right? But then I eventually made friends. Like, I played sports and stuff, so it was a lot easier to make friends when you play sports because you all have something in common. And I was pretty okay for a lot of my school. Like, I was pretty decent at baseball and like other sports. Like, I remember one year I had an on-base percentage of like 900 or something. Because I got walked a lot for some reason. I don't know why, but I would get on base every freaking time. Like, I was pretty much a god. But I would not hit anything. I would not hit hard because I was always skinny. But like, I would just get on base. Like, it wasn't 900. It was like 780 or something like that. 900 would be insane. If your on base percentage is 900, that means you get on base every time pretty much besides like 9 out of 10 times you get on base. That'd be insane. But it was still decent, but it wasn't like that decent. There's no older thing. Anyway, so I was pretty good at baseball, so I made friends, like, blah, blah, blah. And then I had to change schools again going into high school. I was at that same high school for like a year, I think, then I changed schools. And then I changed schools again. Right? So I changed schools so many times, it was like just insane. Like, I changed schools 3 times in high school. And basically my point is it led me up to this situation where like I didn't have friends. I didn't even care about making friends at that point. I just played WoW all day. I didn't want to deal with like making friends and stuff. Cuz I kind of realized like it's kind of pointless to make friends in school. Like, you're not going to keep them usually. Like, the thing is about making friends, like, you want to have something in common with them. Like, friends in general, you need to have something in common with, right? And like, a lot of my friends played WoW, so we had that in common. So I would just play with them like online. So I didn't really have any IRL friends anymore because at that point it was like I was in my last year of high school and I was like, screw it. So essentially, you guys, I'm getting to the point here. I know it's been a while, but so this school had a policy, and the policy was, I'm just gonna turn the sound off. I don't care about this game right now because we're winning way too hard. But the policy was you can't leave the campus at lunchtime. The reason why you couldn't leave is because some kids would leave and they would not come back because they were just complete losers. Like, they're obviously never going to accomplish anything in life. And the school took it upon them to police the kids. And literally, if you left the campus for lunch, you would get your parents would get like a $500 fine if they found out that you left campus for lunch. Like, makes absolutely no sense. Like, I'm into my last year of high school and I have a car and I can't leave the campus for lunchtime. I had no friends too, so I would just literally sit in the library like and just like nerd out, dude. I would just like read about WoW and shit. Like, I was actually pretty decent at WoW. I was like, I think I was Gladiator season 3. Well, I wasn't Gladiator, but I was Gladiator. I was 2400 rated, right? And to get Gladiator, I think you needed to finish. At the time, 2400 was like one of the higher ratings. Like, I don't think you could get like 3K rated at that point. Actually, I don't know. Could you? Maybe you could. Because there was like Recful 3K rating or whatever. But it's Talia ghosted. She's ghosting, bro. Oh god. Die. Oh, he didn't die, dude. Oh my god. But yeah, so at the time, I was 24 rated. It was like, I don't know, it was around Gladiator, but I was pretty good at WoW, basically, is my point. And so I just read about WoW, just like think about comps and stuff or whatever. And yeah, like, that's pretty much all I cared about at that point. Because when I would go home, I would just play WoW with my friends. Like, that's pretty much all I would do. And the whole situation basically got me thinking, like, I was kind of stuck in that situation, and it kind of reminds me of how I feel now when I'm playing League. Is like, you get stuck in these situations. It's just pure negativity. Like, I want to leave the campus. I want to go, like, just at least for the lunchtime I could enjoy, like, I don't know, I could go to get some food somewhere. Like, that would be something that would be nice, you know? And it's like, you just couldn't do it. Like, there was literally no reason for that you couldn't do it either. Like, if you're a good student, you're not just gonna like leave the campus and not come back. Like, you're not gonna just not graduate, right? Like, the kids that would do that, they probably never graduate, obviously. Like, I highly doubt the kids that left campus would graduate school. Like, and they didn't come back. Like, if you're leaving campus, you're not coming back, you're obviously not gonna probably graduate. Like, that's just pretty much it. And so That was their decision, and it's like, how are they going to punish everyone else for that? It doesn't make any sense. And actually, there's a lot of similarities in League and what I'm talking about. Like, if you think about it, if you leave, right, and you don't come back, and if you leave too many games in League, then you're just not gonna ever climb. Like, that's pretty much it. So, I don't know. There is similarities there. Streamer's trying to give me chase. That's what I thought. So basically, my point though is like there was no reason to not be able to leave the campus. Like there was no purpose of it, right? And it was just boring. Like it was just boring to sit there on campus and just like read about WoW, but it was something to do. But that's pretty much how I feel about streaming. Is like it's just kind of boring to me. Like there's no purpose to not be able to leave games. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. If there's kids that want to just like mess around, hold on, I'm about to make a big play. Oh no, I suck. Woo, spicy. It's just like they take away the ability to have choice in the game, right? And that kind of just messes up the game for me. Like it doesn't, there's no other game where you're stuck in a situation like that and you can't leave. Like in just negative situations that you can't leave for no purpose whatsoever. And if people want to leave games a lot, like they can just sit in bronze. Like they can leave half their games. That's fine. Like they'll just be bronze forever probably, or they won't even ever get to bronze. I don't know. But it's like you shouldn't make people get stuck in these situations where they can't leave the game. Because literally the way the game is, it's like just a snowball fest. There's a lot of intricacies to the game, but in general, it's literally just a massive snowball. Let's see if I can kill this guy. No way. Holy crap, that was spicy, dude. Oh, dude, that was a big. I like this trend, dude. He's not giving up. I like it. Making some interesting content. Like if I was that trend, I literally would have given up so long ago. But I like how he's actually making this game somewhat interesting. Another thing too, you guys, is I think the community would just benefit a lot if people could leave, because the games would be over faster. People would improve more, because if you're playing from too far ahead or too far behind, you're not improving really. Like I already know that I'm kind of even with the trend this game, and it was because of that. Vi kind of camped me a little bit. Yeah, so I should be ahead of him more, but Vi got that gank off and it kind of put me behind. This game's pretty stale too. Like, it's just kind of a lot of the game is just really stale. I got tower. I think it was worth. I don't know if that was worth. What do you guys think? Tower for a kill? I don't know. So anyways, guys, I think the community in general has become really, like, it's not even like the stuff that I do, like you AFKing or whatever, you can argue it's negative, but I really don't think that AFKing and like in-team games make them over is negative necessarily. It's in a lot of situations it's very positive, because you know how people get really upset when they lose, like, and they get really mad. I think that is the type of negativity that is kind of, it's where the community kind of is right now. It's like just a blindly negative community that gets upset. And I'll try to just kite this guy. Got my randoms proc. Oh, what? What was that? Nice rocket heal. Can I get that? Oh, no. I just feel like I'm kind of trapped in a cesspool of negativity and just pointlessness when I'm playing League. Like that's pretty much how I feel. Like when not when I'm playing it by myself. Like if I'm playing off stream, I'm chilling. I'm like doing my own thing. Like whatever. If my team wants, basically my idea when I go into the game is like I'm gonna play well. If my team wants to play well, then I'm down. But if my team wants to just screw around or like they want to just suck, then I'm not gonna be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if more people shared my ideology, it would be much more of a less fake community. I don't know, like I'm just real, dude. Like that's pretty much it. that's how I feel. Like I just play how I feel, right? Like if I feel like the community is fake and I don't want to play with them, or I don't want to stream, like it's not even the community's fault. It's Riot. Like I don't care about. I can deal with people. Like if people want to get upset, it's fine. But the fact that Riot enforces and they ban people for not being the proper way just makes the game impossible to stream for me, because first of all, if you leave games, you end up getting lever buster, which is so stupid. Like lever buster is the dumbest thing ever. Trimmer says, "Hey Nidalee, you're gold and you're actual trash. Just saying. You got super lucky." I feel like this is a typical player. He doesn't really get like the game at all. The only reason why he was even able to lane me was because he got like a few ganks from the buy. He's really upset though. He doesn't know why he couldn't win. He doesn't really understand it. He's pretty bad. And like if you look at my profile, I don't know. I mean, I have a pretty good win rate. Like there was a few games where I got unlucky and I just got like unlucky teammates. But I mean, I'm clearly not in a Zelo. Like it's pretty obvious, but I don't know. Like he's just mad. He's making stuff up. Like he's just upset. Like whatever. So that's fine. But the thing is too is like, if kids want to get upset, right, because you're leaving their game or whatever, that's fine. But then the problem with the community, right, is that Riot will enforce that feeling of upsetness, and they kind of they enforce this like witch hunting behavior. Like if Riot didn't ban people, right, there wouldn't be these big threads on Reddit about witch hunting and all this stuff. But the problem is Riot enforces it, and then it becomes a big deal like on Reddit, and then all these kids cry and wah wah wah, and then it becomes like this thing, like this. It kind of just creates this snowball of negativity, and it just keeps going, and then the community becomes more negative, and then just like it gets to a point where the community has become negative because of this thing. I completely blame Riot. Like I'm not blaming the people that play the game, because if Riot wasn't the way they are, the community would not be negative. Like it would be focused only on positivity, which is all I'm trying to do right now, is focus on positivity. So like I'm trying to figure out how to climb, which is a good thing. It's good to climb. I'm trying to figure out how to like be good at top lane, and I've actually got a lot better at top lane since I've been grinding a lot, which I haven't really been grinding the past 3 days. But when I do play top lane, I've been really playing a lot better, because I've been like thinking a lot and like kind of, I don't know. So essentially I'm doing the things that I need to do to climb, and now it's just playing games. And I'm still never gonna ever be in a situation where I know I can't win and I'm gonna play the game out. That's the thing. So yeah, unless I'm just like memeing around, like it's never gonna happen, because I just don't think it's right. Like there's just no reason to do it. There's no reason to be being in a situation ever where you can't do anything positive out of that situation. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. And yeah, like another thing I want to talk about, you guys, my win rate. It's 70%. Actually, it's actually higher than that, I think, because the win rate doesn't register. But a lot of the game, you guys, is like it's RNG, like it's complete luck. I could have won all my games. Like I had situations where I won 10 Teemo games in a row in my placements, but part of it was luck. Like my team, I think I remember my team stole Baron a few times or something. Like I don't know, it's just some lucky situations like that. But in general, like a lot of the game is just complete RNG for like what you get as your teammates. Like you'll notice, you look at challenger players, they have like a 55 win rate at best usually, which means they lose half their games pretty much. So yeah, like if you think about that, that's not skill. It's not a skill in the sense that like they're so good they can win all their games. It's skill in a sense that like they're decent enough to win like over half their games barely. And if you think about it as well, like how many of those games that they lost were just free losses? Like how many of those games were just complete stomps? Probably a lot of them. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that was my little vlog for the morning. It wasn't a little vlog. There was a lot of talking there, but yeah, let me know kind of. I don't know. I'm not really gonna look at comments, I don't think, much, because I'm gonna do what I feel is right for my channel. Like I'm gonna go in a direction I think is right. The only thing I can really say is like the way I'm gonna go is gonna be, I want to do climbing content. I want to do content where like I'm climbing and stuff, and I haven't been able to do that too much lately because I leaked like 3 of my accounts or something. So like a lot of my accounts are just gone. I did that while I was streaming. So yeah, the good thing about when I'm doing edited content is I can always, if I mess something up, I can always just edit it out. But yeah, so that's kind of the reason why I haven't got past gold. I haven't even got to plat in so long. Like I'm playing with players that are plat, I think. Okay, like this guy's plat 5, this guy's plat 4. But a lot of my games have been with plat players. Like on my other account, I was playing with like only plat players. Like I was playing with D5s too. And I was gold 1 or something. I don't know. I was playing with like D5s. My MR was like decent, but I haven't gotten to plat even. Like I want to get to D5 one of these days. I will get there. But I can't leak my account. That's pretty much it. So, yeah. And also, I've been thinking too, like, just purely climbing content, purely going from, like, I don't know, unranked to diamond, isn't really all that cool. Like, it's just not that fun. Like, I can watch other players do it, and it's just kind of boring. Like, I want to make interesting content. I want to talk about, like, stuff I want to talk about, and just, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that makes content more interesting than just purely going from, like, a low elo to a high elo. And like I said, I can't watch people do it because I can't understand the way they think because they have to filter, and that's what kind of Riot's taught everyone is just to filter and not be real. And I can't watch that, so I'm definitely not gonna make content that I don't think is genuine. I've done that in the past. Like a lot of my Teemo content in the past was just grinding and stuff, and it's just not genuine content. Like I want my content to be like real, and not just something that I'm trying to portray because that's the way the League community is, and I want to fit in with that. I don't really care about fitting with the League community. I want to carve my own way, you know. So if I think this way is right, and I truly believe it, like I truly believe that the way I'm going, I could get to like high elo, in my path, and I truly believe that, and I truly believe this is the best way to go. I'm not just gonna go a different way because the community is that way, like. Because the majority thinks this way, it doesn't necessarily mean it's right. And the majority is terrible at the game, you guys. The majority is like bronze, silver, gold, whatever, like hard stuck, and they can't climb, right? So obviously the majority is not necessarily, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know anything about the game for the most part. So that's why it's not necessarily good to go with the majority. And Riot, for example, they know nothing about the game because they're all bad. Like, most of them are terrible at the game. Like, if you think about how many people work at Riot, how many of those people are bronze, silver, gold? Like, not many of them are diamond, I guarantee it. People that work at Riot, like, they're not playing the game that much. They're more, like, working on mechanics of the game. Don't get me started about the balancing team because I don't know what they're doing over there. Like they're watching Teletubbies all day or something because Zach still hasn't been nerfed and he's literally banned in every single game. And anytime I play with someone that's decent, they tell their team to ban Zach. So I don't know why he's not nerfed. Yasuo is permaban as well, and I just don't know why they haven't been able to understand why he's permaban, how to fix that. But they just don't. Like they're watching Teletubbies. I don't know what they're doing honestly, but. They're not balancing the game, and Riot balancing team has never really been good at balancing the game anyways, because there's champs like Mundo, Garen, a lot of other champs that just suck so bad, and they offer nothing to their team at all. That's a whole other topic in general. And yeah, like I said, I think me and Young Reese are going to duo, and that should be really fun. We should be able to make some fun content. There's a couple things I want to try, and one of them is going to definitely probably get me banned, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, the main thing is that I'm just doing what I think is right, and like I'm trying to make content that I think is good. That is content that I could watch myself and be kind of proud of, you know. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll try to do more daily content. I'm not sure kind of what I'm gonna be able. I'll try to get out videos every day. Like I will really try hard to get out videos every day. I'm gonna focus much less on streaming. I might stream a bit here and there, but the main content is gonna be edited YouTube content from now on, because that's just the best way to do it. And I can get a lot more games in too. Like my plan essentially is I'm gonna play, then edit, play, edit, play. And like if I get into a bad game, right, I'll just quit the game and like I'll edit some content, right? That's the best, that's the most positive thing that I could do. Like I'm just trying to live my life in the most positive way. And if my team is sucking, everyone else is losing lane, and if I'm the only one winning lane, and I'm not winning lane by that much, and say everyone else is getting crapped on, like they're losing towers left and right, I'm just not gonna be a part of that because okay, if I can win the game, if I'm like 10-0, right, and my bot lane's 0-10, I will try to carry them. Like I will try my best, and I think I will make for some good content. But if I'm just like chilling like 1-0 and my mid lane's 0-5, my bot lane's like 0-5, and they lost towers, like I'm not just gonna chill. Like I'll go edit something or do something else. You know, that's my plan, guys. This was very rambly. I know I said a lot of things like twice or whatever, but I just feel like it was really important for me to address you guys and kind of get you guys to understand my point of view. I know a lot of you guys don't think the way I think, and you think, oh, just play every game. Like you can always come back, blah blah. Like I've come back from games where I was behind. Like I've stole Baron before, like blah blah. But it's like that's a cool story, bro. But it doesn't happen that often. Like the essential point of the game is to snowball. That's the point. So yeah, the point of the game is not to come back. That's where a lot of people don't understand. Like the point of the game is actually to just dumpster on your opponents however you can. And if my team's getting dumpstered and I am not dumpstering for whatever reason, I gotta like kind of move on, you know? Anyways, guys, I'm sorry if I offended anyone. If you guys don't think the way I think, that's too bad, to be honest. Like, nothing I do about that. You can't please everyone. That's what I've definitely realized. And you definitely can't please Riot. At the end of the day, dude, Riot's just a company, and they just do what they think is best to make money, to make the most money. So they just want to please the most amount of people, and if that's pleasing all this bronze and silver players, that's what they're gonna do. Because most players are not high elo. Like I'm only gold 3 right now, and apparently I'm 16% of the top population. Apparently, 84% of people are lower elo than me, and I literally have played 14 games on this account. So that pretty much shows you how good the community is. Like they're just not that good. If I can play 14 games and be higher than 84% of people in the game, they're just obviously not that good. So yeah, I'm not trying to clown on people that are low elo. Like it's fine, like whatever. But the problem is that they hold sway over players like me who can climb, and they can't. But they can get me banned because they make Reddit threads. That's kind of something that's pretty stupid, I think. It doesn't really matter. Like my climb doesn't matter to other people too. Like that's another thing that people don't really understand is like the climbs. If one person is just like leaving 20 games in a row and they go down to bronze, there's really no purpose in that. Like they're not going to find purpose in that because what's the point? Like they're not climbing. And they're eventually going to learn that, and they're going to be like, okay, I'm not going to leave all my games, like, blah, blah. I think you'd have a lot of situations, right, where your teammates would talk trash to you, or, like, you would talk trash to someone, and they would leave because they don't want to deal with the trash talk. And then I think the community would trash talk less even because they don't want to piss people off, right? Because if you piss someone off, they might just leave. So I think that it would make for, like, a less fake community, and in the long run, it would be better. Because I think people would interact nicer with each other. Because they would learn that you can't just be dicks to everyone because they're not forced to play the game with you. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next video.